So still within our main.java, let's go ahead and create a second method. And here, what I want to do is to have one method that doesn't return anything. So let's just have a method that basically prints the brand. So my brand. So here I'm going to say private, static, void. So I don't need to return anything from this method. So I'm going to say void, and then I'm going to say print, and then brand. And also, I don't need to pass anything within the parameters. So it will receive no arguments. So at this point, I can just do anything I want. So here I'm going to say amigos and then code. So have a look. This method now is a little bit different than this one. So here, void, we don't need to say return and then something because it doesn't return anything. So here, if I try to return, for example, a string, put my mouse in here, cannot return a value from a method with void result type. So let's just get rid of this, and there we go. So now the way we invoke this method is as follows. So let's just basically, after the additions, let's just basically say print and then brand, and that is it. So here you can see that the way to invoke a method is by saying print.brand. Now inside, we don't have to pass any arguments because have a look, it has 0 parameters in here. So if I was to change this to, for example, say string and then foo, now I need to pass something inside, but currently we don't need to pass. If I run this method or this main class, have a look, we have amigos code. Now let's say that you want to have the exact same method, but instead of just printing amigos code, let's just say that this now takes any string. So let's just say string, and then I'm going to say brand, and here I'm just going to print the brand that we receive dot to uppercase. So this is a string that we receive, and then any string we basically uppercase it. So if I scroll down, now at this point I need to pass, let's say amigos code. Now watch what's going to happen. So if I run this, have a look, amigos code is all in uppercase. And that's because this method right here takes any string and then it turns it into uppercase format. So if I duplicate this, and here, let's just say, for example, Nike, right? So if I run this, this will have the same effect, which means that this method now we can pass any string and it will uppercase the brand that we pass into it. Now have a look in here, to uppercase. So this is a method within the string class and it behaves the exact same way. So here, to uppercase, it takes no arguments and then it returns the uppercase format of any given string. So here, if I basically click on this string class, I'm just going to press command and then click on it, and you can see the keyboard shortcut in here for both Windows and Mac. And let's just basically, actually let me just close this and click on the to uppercase instead, so we can jump straight into it. So there we go. Now have a look, public string to uppercase. So the same way that we wrote our methods here, private, static, void, print, brand, is the same way. To uppercase, it has 0 parameters and then it just returns to uppercase. So this to uppercase with local, if I click on it, so command and then click on it, this will be yet another method which takes the local in here. So basically you can see that the string class has its own methods, but here we are also creating our own methods to perform a specific logic that we want. So this is pretty much how to create a method that does not return anything. If you have any questions, please let me know. But don't worry, because I want to give you a bunch of exercises, and throughout this course you'll see how we're going to have a bunch of methods, and you'll see that methods really is the core of writing programs, because with methods we can define the business logic or whatever logic that we want to achieve a specific thing. If you have any questions, drop me a message. Otherwise, catch me on the next one.